In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to upload image into database with Laravel application. So I'm going to be showing you my screen, how to get that done. So we have this application that is already running. So if you look at my screen, I have the application that is already running. So I'm going to be showing you what we are doing here. So now we have this application running. We have this application. So we have this application. So we want to achieve this. Pay attention to me. We want to upload image into our database, and we want to be sure that when a user clicks on add property, he can add more than one images. So let me try and see how we can add this. Suppose the user fills this form, the name, details, location, price, state, and property, and is clicking on add. The image automatically adds to, you can see the image has been added to the database with this information. So it's just a mini application, but as you are clicking, like 4 images were uploaded together at the same time. So I'm going to take you through the code that does this. So we have our code inside our home.html, our home.play.php is the Laravel application. I believe we can all install Laravel on our system and go through this. So this is the add button, this is the view properties, this is the manage user. So every time a user clicks on add, it takes the user, it brings the user to the add, it takes users to the add form. It brings up the add form, which is this page. So, and once the form is filled and clicked, once the form that we are seeing here is filled and it's submitted, is clicked, these images that we are seeing here and all other information on this page will be submitted into the database. So we have our database here. We have the ID, name, price, location, state. So let's browse. We have information already in the database. I'm going to delete all this information. I'm going to empty my table so that we can have fresh information. So if we go back and check our page, you discover that there's no information in our database. So I don't want this form to submit. So, but now we have a fresh blank page. I'm going to fill this form again. Let's say 2-bed. I want to have 2-bed room, 2-bed flat. So we have the details. 2 toilets. Kitchen. 1 Laravel. It is location Lagos, Nigeria. Price is 5,000, 500,000. So we can pick Lagos, Nigeria as the location state. So we have the type ID. We have then we can select image. Maybe we assume these are houses. So I want to select this image. So which I just downloaded them and I have them in my system. So once I click this, it will be submitted to this. I can see the image has been submitted. So if I go back, I can add others, but in this time I'm just going to change the image. I want this image. This time automatically picks the first image. That's why I'm changing just the first image. So you can see we have images already in our database. So we want to see how we can build this application with Laravel. So now we have our form, just as I was explaining. So then we have this route, add property, which this form that we are seeing here submitted to. And because we are having image, we have our end type multi-part form data. So you can pause this video if you want more information. We have the name, we have the details, we have the location, we have the price, we have the states, we have the property type, we have the images, image 1, image 2, image 3, image 4. So we have all these images listed. So we want to be sure that once the user clicks, all the 4 images are uploaded into the folder while the part is kept in the database. So we want to see that briefly. So we've seen our form, and once our form is clicked, this route would automatically pick the direction, will tell the form where to go. So let's quickly check our route and see what we have there in our web. So these are our routes. So we have add property, which is attached to post. So anytime we post a form, the system automatically comes here to access to post. For some of us that we are not familiar with Laravel, you can actually put this outside. So if I can decide to put this outside here, the implication is that it's not protected. Anybody can come and fill the form. So, but I'll still keep it in. This enables my routes to be protected. I'm trying to protect unauthorized access to my route. That's why I have this route middleware authentication. If you choose to put all this outside, it will still work. However, that will not be protected. So I'm just eliciting part of my code so that I can showcase to someone I want to develop such. So the system automatically goes from picks the add property and locate properties controller. Inside property controller, there is a method called create. So this time goes directly to this method and pour the content of that form into the form, into the method. So now let's quickly locate the property controller, which has been created. You can see it here. So inside property controller, we have create method, which is this. So the create method collects all the information from the form and pour them here. So now you can see what is called properties. Properties is the model of table inside my database that has been created. So let me show you the database table. So we have a table and the name of the table is properties. So this property has a model that is attached to this, is binded to a model so that the model will be the object of this table. So I'm going to show you that it's very simple. For some of us that we might not be familiar with Laravel, you can just brush up on some of the tutorials online. Now look at this property. I have a list of models I've created. Now this is the model that is binded to my table. So you can use fillables or you can use guard. The reason why I'm using guard here is because I don't want to use so much time typing or listing all the parameters in the database. So suppose I want to use fillables. I have my protected, then I have my fillables. So I'll then list what I want users to fill. So it's going to be an array of what I want users to fill. So you know this will take a lot of time. So instead of doing this, I choose to tell the system that, okay, don't allow users to fill this. I don't want them to alter my auto incremented value, which is ID, so that I can protect that. So that's why that one is that is guarded, and I can automatically fill other parameters. So this is much easier for me. So that's why I choose to it. So the table has been binded to this automatically. So the model has been binded to the table in the database. So anytime I create, anywhere I create, this is created, the object of this class is created, the value is available for me. So that's why I created the object and instantiate the class, because it has been injected into this controller. Look at the name of this property has been injected here by saying app, then the name, sorry, the app and the name properties that has been injected here, so I can use it here. So I'm using it right inside my method create. So, and I told you earlier that method create captures all the form created, and all the information is captured and emptied into this method. Now, the method has been, the class has been instantiated, that is the class that is model that is binded to the table. So from there, I can access all the properties of the database, the name, details, price, state ID, location, and things like that. So based on what the user feels, the information will be captured. Now, basically, we are coming here to understand how to submit multiple images that were selected. So if users pick any image for the first one, that image would be uploaded with this function, upload. So I'm using this upload because there's a method inside this class that is written to upload this image into the folder, while the path will be returned to us. The name of the image will be returned to us. Now let's quickly look at the method. So the method is written down here. We have it here. So we have the upload photo. So upload photo receives a variable photo, which is what we captured here. So we've captured the name of the photo here. That is the image uploaded. So we have the image request. So image is captured and is saved inside this. So that variable is passed here, which is what we are sending into upload photo method down here. So once that is processed, what happens in the upload method is that we are creating a name, a unique name for the image, so that there won't be conflicts. So then we are moving the image to a public folder called images. That folder is right here inside our public folder. So there is a public folder here. Let me collapse it so that we can see properly. So we have our public folder. So inside our public folder, we have images. So anybody that fills form, the information comes to these images. So these are the uploaded images. So it comes here, then it moves the name. It moves with the name. Then this name is now returned to whosoever that calls the method. So the method is called here, and these images is the name that is returned from our method down here. From this method is returned. So we are able to capture that image, and there is a part in our database. We have created part, image part 1, image part 2, and image part 3. So we have created image part such that Each part is a column inside our database. Now look at it. We have image part 1, image part 2, image part 3. So each of them would can house any of these. So once the users collect, it pops, it's the property, that object that we've created up here, that we've instantiated up here, have access to the image part from our database, image part 1, part 2. So if this is filled, if this is filled, if this is filled, we have everything captured inside this, and eventually we can save with this. So this is save method. And if it is successfully saved, we redirect the user back to the index page, index method inside this our function. So where is the index method? This is the index method. So index method goes back to database with this property that is injected, the model that is injected, pick all the image that is uploaded, send it, save it inside all properties. Then we send all prop back into admin.index. So our admin.index, is right inside our view. Let's collapse this so that we can have a good view of our. It's also we have admin. Inside admin, we have admin.index. Now this admin.index takes the parameter that is sent to the prop parameter, which is all these. So we are looping through the content of all props. So we are trying to check. This is just to count. Then we're checking the detailed location. We are checking the image. So this gives us the table that is shown after the user has filled the information to require here. So this is a table that we are seeing. So the user has filled the information. We can further develop the application by simply, if I click on view, remove, edit, what do you want the user to see? And also lastly, if the user choose not to continue, maybe the information was not properly saved, what happened? So we have the continuation of our process, that the user is redirected to the same form that we have in our home. That's it on this our short tutorial on upload. So once the user fills the form and click, it saves and it goes back to the list of saved items. And if it's not successful, it's redirected back to the form that we have in our home. So if you check our home page, that's where we have the form. You can see it here. So let's fill the form once again so I see how it works. So I'm going to go back to the route is home, where the form is resident. So I'm going to select something unique, click. So the form has been filled. So you can see, so 4 images are uploaded at the same time. If you choose to click and view, you can click and view other images. Thank you for watching. You can like the page if you enjoyed the tutorial. Give us a thumb up. We love you. Thank you.